Thank you. Thanks very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the beautiful Pictou County Wellness Center here in Pictou County, Nova Scotia. My name is Michael Petter. This is Petter Pictou Sports, and today we have for you Nova Scotia Major Midget Hockey League action. The South Shore Mustangs and the Weeks Major Midgets. Back half of a doubleheader between these two teams. They played down in Truro yesterday late afternoon. A game the Weeks won by a score of 3-1 to give the Weeks a 4-game winning streak, 8 wins in their last 9 games altogether, and the Weeks taking advantage of that streak to move their way up in the standings. They're now up into 4th place, games in hand on all 3 teams ahead of them, and if, depending on how things go with the games that they have in hand, they could very well be looking at a run at least 2nd place and a decent shot at possibly even looking all the way up towards 1st. As mentioned, it is games in hand that are the difference right now for the Weeks Major Midgets. Halifax, the McDonald's continue to lead the way with 35 points, a record of 17-5-1, and plus 50 on their goal differential. Absolutely tearing things up so far this season are the McDonald's. The Mustangs come into this game in 2nd place with a record of 14-4-4 when you put the overtime and shootout losses together. And so that gives them 32 points, tied with Cole Harbour for 2nd. The Mustangs have done it in 2 fewer games, however, hence them being 2nd and the Wolfpack listed as 3rd. And then you get to the Weeks Major Midgets. 12 wins, just 5 regulation losses, 3 overtime losses so far this season. Good for 27 points in 20 games. Again, 5 points back of both the Wolfpack and the Mustangs, but 2 games in hand on South Shore, 4 games in hand on Cole Harbour, and this head-to-head game tonight, or this afternoon, against South Shore certainly could bode well for the Weeks. If they can get the victory here today, they'd be 3 points back of South Shore and still would have 2 games in hand. For the Weeks, as mentioned, 8 wins in their last 9 games. And further to that, they're not just winning games, they're coming back and winning against Cole Harbour when they trailed 4-1 in the 1st period. Coming back and beating arguably the best team in Atlantic Canada, the Moncton Flyers, 3-2 after trailing 2-0. Coming back and winning that one. Beating the Contendo Northern Moose, another good team out of New Brunswick. Beating the South Shore Mustangs just last night. That's the 4-game winning streak since their most recent loss. You look at the 4 games before that, well in hand victories over Sydney Mitsubishi Rush by 11-1 and 5-2. A 6-3 victory over Steel Subaru, and a 7-2 victory over the Coltec Valley Wildcats. So the Weeks are finding different ways to win. They have put together a really strong string, 8 wins in their last 9 games to move their way up in the standings. Prior to that, their record was 4-4-3. They are now 12-5-3, and that just shows what this winning streak has done for them. You look at what the Mustangs have done as of late. Yes, they lost that game last night in Truro, but prior to that, they had put together a string of 8 straight victories going all the way back to November 2nd. A pair of wins in Cape Breton West against the Islanders. A win at home against Steel Subaru, another win at home against Cole Harbour. 2 more wins against Cape Breton West, this time on home ice. and then wins on the road against Valley and at home against Steel Subaru. So a very good showing for the Mustangs prior to that loss last night. So the Weeks looking to make it back-to-back losses for the Mustangs, and you have to go back all the way back to prior to that 8-game winning streak. Right before that, it was a 2-game trip to Prince Edward Island, at Charlottetown and at Kensington, and they lost both of those games as part of the interleague play. Does count in the regular season standings. Now I should point out again, any stats that I use over the course of a game is stats from league play. I do not have access to tournament scores or whatnot, so I have to just go with what is available on the league website as far as the scoring and whatnot. Looking at the South Shore Mustangs, they come into this game a little bit banged up. Luke Baldwin, Cameron Lonis, and Liam Ferguson all not in the lineup tonight. Connor McInnes will get the start in goal. For the Weeks, it looks like they're coming in pretty much at full strength. Taking a look at the head-to-head record again, just the 1 game so far. That was last night. They will meet again for a couple of games down in the South Shore area later on in the season. Players to watch for the Mustangs. You got a couple of one guy who's at 2 points per game, Mason Beck, 44 points in 22 games so far this season, 9 goals, 35 assists to lead the way. Luke Woodworth, 43 points in 22 games. Lawson Cook leading the way in goals with 16. 13 assists to go with that for 29 points in 22 games so far this season. On the Weeks side of the ice, the players to watch, you really can't pick 1 or 2 guys because it has been so much scoring by committee. Merle Putnam does lead the way with 14 goals, 12 assists, but you look at after Putnam with his 26 points, you've got Devin Marr with 19, Matt Hunter with 18, Blake Contuck with 17, 3 different players at 15 points, Bryson Curry with 13, Green with 12, Archibald with 11, and those 3 players who are at 15 points, Braden Schmidt, Lucas Canning, and Landon Sim. So the scoring really is by committee with this week's Major Midget team, and that's part of the reason that they've had success, because just when you think you can shut down one part of the lineup, the next wave will step up in a big way. So we're just about ready to get things going here at the Pictou County Wellness Center in beautiful Pictou County, Nova Scotia. The Mustangs and the Weeks getting ready for today's game. It appears I'm going to have to be doing double duty today, working the camera and doing the play-by-play. My regular camera person, this is not his only job to work camera for me, and he wasn't sure if he'd be able to get off of work in time to be here, and it looks like he was not able to get off of work in time to be here, so I'll be running things for myself on the camera end. So I ask for and appreciate your patience over the course of the game as I work the camera here, try to work my magic as the broadcast goes on. Our third team are officials out there on the ice ready for this afternoon's game. Just awaiting the Weeks and the Mustangs. Mustangs in their road blues with red and white on the trim, the color scheme of all the South Shore teams. The Weeks in their home whites with the red and black trim, the red and black logo on the front, the black numbers on the back with red piping. Weeks will be defending the net off to our right for the first and third periods. Mustangs defending the net to our left for periods 1 and 3. It's Marcus Petapaw getting the start for the Weeks. Taking a look at Petapaw's numbers on the season. 5-5 record in his 10 starts, a 3.9 goals against average, a save percentage right around .890. And it's going to be McInnes leading the way out for the Mustangs. That's Connor McInnes, a 5-2 record, a 3.86 goals against average, and a save percentage right around .900. And now we'll send things downstairs for Billy for the pregame introductions.
Between the visiting team, South Shore Mustangs, and your home team, your Weeks and your Midgets. Now as the ball goes wide, they're going back to the play, home Canada.
In front of Marcus Petapaw to get the start in today's game, it's going to be the back end, Hunter and McGilvery, with the forward line of Curry, Avery, and McLaughlin. For the Mustangs, it's going to be Lawson, Cook, starting out there alongside Mason, Beck. Trying to get the rest of the numbers here. Ewan Keys, Luke Woodworth, and Woodworth, Cook, and Beck up front. The back end, Devine and Keys. We're all lined up, and we are underway. The Weeks win the draw. It goes back to McGilvery. He plays it ahead for McLaughlin. McLaughlin will dump it down into the Mustang zone. Avery there. He'll play it around to the near side. Now back to the line. McGilvery, his attempt at a shot. That gets blocked by Cook. Picked up by Keys in the corner. He plays it to the line. McGilvery with the shot. Avery there looking for a deflection, but McInnes able to watch that one in and make the save and hang on for the face-off. Just 25 seconds coming off the clock here as Connor McInnes makes his first save of the afternoon. Cook gets the puck out to center. Martin there. He'll play it back to Putnam, but Putnam could not control it, and Beck will dump it down into the weak zone. Back to get it there, Martin. He plays it around. And the pass for Archibald. Archibald picks up, carries to center. In across the blue line. Dumps the puck in deep. Goes in after it himself, gets to it, and they score! A bit of an odd bounce at the 51-second mark. And I believe Sam Archibald will get the goal. If so, for Archibald, that is goal number 5, point number 14 on the season. We'll await confirmation as the Weeks get the puck back in. It is indeed Archibald's goal. Putnam gets an assist, and the only assist goes to Merle Putnam. And so the Weeks picking up right where they left off last night, winning 3-1 yesterday in the meeting between these two teams down at the Rath Eastlink Center. Of course, the building here was unavailable as it was booked for another function that's held here every year, the Sobeys head office staff Christmas party. Merry Christmas to everyone from Sobeys and to everyone watching wherever you're tuning in from. Here's a chance for Landon Sim. He scores! And 1:56 into the game, the Weeks have already put up 2 goals. Landon Sim with the deke. And for Sim, that's his 6th goal, 16th point of the season. And the Weeks are in control here early. We'll get an offside call. Ryan Green and Lucas Canning with the assists. So Sim makes it a 2-0 lead and a picture-perfect start for the Weeks here as they put up 2 quick ones on the Mustangs. With the puck now is Aaron Lane. He'll play it ahead for Cook. That's Lawson Cook. Cook comes in, takes a shot, it gets deflected and goes wide. Cook chases after it, but McGilvery gets to the puck. He'll play it ahead for Green. Ryan Green. His pass for Sim. Sim doesn't take it cleanly, but slows the puck down enough that as Hopkins goes back to get it, icing is negated. Here at center ice now is Beck with a shot. Save made by Pettipaw. Rebound chased into the corner by Beck. And it comes up the wall. Kontuk will pick up and carry it out. He'll dump it right in onto McInnes, who steers it into the near side corner. 3 minutes gone, first period. Weeks lead it 2-0 if you're just tuning in. 2 goals in the first minute and 56 seconds for the Weeks. Opening up the scoring, Archibald and Sim with the 2 goals there. Putnam has the puck, plays it back to Tanner Greatorex. Greatorex, the Weeks captain, dumps it in. It goes off of Chisholm's glove and right back to McInnes. Now Chisholm gets the puck back behind the net, coming out. His pass ahead for Hurlburt. Hurlburt couldn't take it cleanly, and the Weeks get it back out to center. Here's Putnam. He'll play it into the zone. Sent back up the other way. Hurlburt trying to get it to Chisholm, but Chisholm went in just a step early, and so we'll get an offside with 3:44 gone here in period number 1. Great start for the Weeks with 2 goals in the first minute and 56 seconds. Here's a pass for Curry. Curry bringing the puck in. Curry couldn't quite get through Lane to get a shot away. As I see some members of the Bombers walking past me, they had a big win earlier this afternoon. Well done, boys. For those of you who missed it, the Bombers were taking on the Bedford Blue Battalion Barons and ended up with a 5-2 victory in that game. We will get that one posted up onto YouTube in the next day or two, hopefully, depending on how my schedule goes. I'll try to get it done in the next day or two, but more likely it'll be Tuesday or Wednesday, really, before I'm able to actually get that finished, but please be patient. It will happen. There with the puck at the point is Devine. Devine still with it. Tries to get a shot away. Had the puck disrupted just enough. Now it's sent down low. Avery to pick up behind his own net. Plays it ahead for McLaughlin. And here comes McLaughlin. He plays it over to Harrison. Harrison back to McLaughlin, but that's broken up by Hopkins. And now Hopkins will send it around to the near side. William Cook tells Devine to go get it. Devine does. And then plays it around in behind the net there for Hopkins. Hopkins gets it ahead to Mayo. Mayo gains the red line, dumps the puck in. He'll peel off on a change as Pictou steers that aside. Picked up there by Schmidt. He gets it out to center. Putnam can't quite get onto that puck in time. And now Lawson Cook will play it down into the weak zone. Schnarr works it up the wall to Archibald. Archibald gets it around one man ahead for Putnam. Here comes Putnam. Putnam down into the corner, turns, tries to make a pass, but slips as he was trying to do so, and Beck comes the other way. Here's Beck. Has the puck knocked off his stick, rolls harmlessly wide, and Schmidt gets it, plays it ahead for Marr. Devin Marr gives to the near side. Lead pass from Schmidt. That's broken up. It comes right back to Schmidt as we near 6 minutes gone here in the opening frame. Landon Sim now gains the red line, dumps the puck in, goes chasing after it. Again, if you're just tuning in, it is 2-0 for the Weeks here as they scored twice in the first 2 minutes of this game. Here's Benjamin with the puck for the Mustangs. Benjamin with a shot. Kick save made by Pictou, and the kick goes all the way out to center. Lucas Canning there. Now they battle along the far wall. Green able to pick up. Plays it to the near side. It comes off the wall right to Hopkins. Hopkins plays it ahead. Hurlbert gets past the defense, but offside, says the linesman, so we'll get a face-off. Just over 6.5 minutes gone here in the first period. 5-2 are the shots on goal in favor of the Weeks. 2-0 is the scoreline. Puck dumped into the weak zone by Hopkins after the draw was won by Purdy. Now it's into the feet of McKinnon. He'll get it out to center. Devine plays it back in. Back to pick up there will be Schnarr. Schnarr, his pass, slightly off target of contact, and that'll be an icing call against the Midgets, against the Weeks. When the team name is just Weeks Major Midgets, it's sometimes hard to just refer to them as the Weeks over and over and over again, and you sometimes forget that, you know, Midgets doesn't really say much. Of course, that team name is going to have to change come next season when Hockey Canada gets rid of the midget moniker and goes to referring to it as U18, U16 for Bantam, U14 for what is now Pee Wee, and so on, as they line themselves up with what every other country in the world does. But it's going to mean things like the Weeks will have to come up with a new name. Perhaps they'll be called the Northern Weeks U18s or something like that. I don't know what exactly it'll end up being, but they will have to change it because the idea of major midget will cease to exist in Hockey Canada. Yep. Well, they could, but it won't be the Nova Scotia Major Midget Hockey League anymore, certainly. As Hockey Canada gets away from these names for the age groups. There's a shot from the point and a save made by Pictou. 12:02 left to go here in period number 1. Back in to take the draw for the Mustangs, and it looks like it's going to be Avery to take it for the Weeks. There's a shot. Pictou got a piece of that as it was on its way wide. As the Mustangs picking up the pace here a little bit after giving up those 2 goals in the first 2 minutes. Martin gets it ahead to McLaughlin. McLaughlin chips it down the ice, icing waved off. Hopkins and Curry go in after it. In there to help out as well as Avery. Curry trying to break it loose. Avery in to help. Curry now gets it, actually goes past Avery and all the way to the line where, Harrison was there. Now back down to Avery. He tries to play it back down for Curry. That was broken up, but Avery got it back now to Curry out in front, and they score again! McLaughlin this time gives the Weeks a 3-0 lead at 8:51 of the first period. McLaughlin, Avery, and Curry combine on that goal. And for Cale McLaughlin, that'll be his 4th goal, 10th point of the season, making it 3-0. And I believe we've seen a goaltender change. I was looking down, and we have indeed Jeremy Robar now in net for the Mustangs after McInnes gave up 3 goals on 6 shots in 8 minutes and 51 seconds. And we'll run you through Robar's numbers here in just a few minutes. In the meantime, Archibald as we get confirmation that indeed Curry and Avery do both get assists on the goal by McLaughlin. Mayo pushes the puck ahead. Schmidt turns it the other way and gives to Archibald, who goes to dump it in, but it goes off the foot of Putnam. Connors there to pick up. Now with it is Keys. He gets it ahead for William Cook. We'll dump it down into the weak zone. Back to pick up is McKinnon, or that's McGilvery, excuse me. Now Canning with the puck. Canning had it knocked away from him. Nice defensive play there by Keys into the far corner. Green has it poked away from him to the line and out as Hunter couldn't hold. Now comes to the near side for McGilvery. McGilvery will dump it back in just over the head of Keys into the far corner. Keys then fans on his pass attempt, and the puck comes up to Hunter. Hunter flips it down low to Sim. Sim trying to use the back of the net to pass it to himself. Then he gets into a collision with Keys, and now Sim and Keys behind the play, tangled up quite a bit. Meanwhile, the play all the way down at the other end of the ice where Hunter has the puck. Centering pass, there's a chance for Woodworth, and Pictou comes up with a big save there. Another shot, Pictou steers that one aside. Green plays it off the glass out to center. Lane there to knock that down. And it's back into the weak zone. Green, lead pass, that just misses Canning. And we'll get an icing call against the Weeks with 8:51 left to go here in period number 1. We can tell you Jeremy Robar making his 16th appearance in his 15 previous starts. He's got a record of 9-6, a .287 goals against average, and a .910 save percentage. Today, just not his day for Connor McInnes. 3 goals on just 6 shots in 8 minutes and 51 seconds. Everybody has one of those days from time to time, and unfortunately for the Mustangs, today was that day for Connor McInnes. Devine with the puck, takes it behind the net. Will the goaltending change give the Mustangs a bit of a spark? We'll have to wait and see on that. Schnarr gets it ahead. McKinnon, his pass intended for Marr. Marr couldn't take it cleanly. There's a shot by Hurlbert, and Pictou makes the save. Now Chisholm, puck knocked away by Schmidt, worked up the wall. Getting it back down low is Benjamin for Chisholm. Chisholm out front for Hurlburt. Hurlburt can't get his backhander through, and Kontuk will pick up the puck and carry it out. 7:45 to go, first period. 3-0 the score for the Weeks. If you're just tuning in, yes, that's right, it is 3-0 for the Weeks. Archibald, Sim, and McLaughlin with the goals for the host team. Here's Kontuk. He'll flip it high in the air. It knocks down right in front of Hopkins. Hopkins plays it to the near side for Keys. Keys uses the wall to try to get it ahead for Hurlburt. It's knocked down by McLaughlin. Rolls right in onto Robar, and he'll cover up and hang on for a face-off. 7:03 left to go in the period. Jeremy Robar has spent some time in junior this season as a call-up, I believe, with the Liverpool Privateers in Junior B. And I want to say he's also been called up to play a game or two with the South Shore Lumberjacks in Junior A as well. I'm just going from memory on that. I'll have to double check that later. We'll look that up during the intermission and see what we can find for you. Meanwhile, Daniels gets the puck into the weak zone. Centering pass, nobody in blue there, so Curry will get it. Starts to work his way out. William Cook doing a good job of taking away any angle, so Curry had to circle back, got the pass ahead. Now Cook gets it up to Daniels. Here's Daniels, he plays it across. Shot taken by Woodworth, and the save made by Pictou. 6:16 left to go first period. 3-0 in favor of the Weeks, although they're now being outshot. They took 5 of the first 6 shots of the game, and since have been outshot 7-1, but the one shot that they took since was the goal that made it 3-0. There's a shot that Pictou steers aside, making it now 9-6 in shots for the Mustangs. Archibald trying to get a pass through to Putnam. That's broken up. Mustangs not able to clear, however, as the Weeks get it back. Marr had his pocket picked but stole it back, then had it stolen from him again. Now it comes up the wall. Schneer holds it in just enough that Putnam can get to the puck, play it into the far side corner for Marr. Marr trying to get a backhander away. He can't. Archibald with a shot, and he scores! Robar made the save, but the puck bounced off his pad and took kind of an odd turn. And at 14:27, Archibald gets his second of the game. And his 6th of the season. We'll wait to confirm. Marr with an assist. Putnam with his second assist of the game. So it's now 4-0 for the Weeks. And Schneer has the puck in his own zone, plays it over and out as Sim gets ahead. He's got Green with him. Sim passed a little bit too far in front of Green as he was trying to set it up for a little tip-in, but a little too far. Hunter now to Sim. Sim tried to cycle it up to Green. That didn't work. Green able to win the battle, though, gets the puck to Sim, trying to get away from Devine. Sim stops, changes direction, comes back to the near side, throws it towards the front. It goes off of the blocker of Robar, and he was able to find it and cover it up and hang on for a face-off. 4:30 left to go in the first period, and the Weeks could not have drawn up a better first period if they tried, They have to be thrilled with the way this period has gone. Draw one, McGilvery gets the shot away. Robar gets his first official save since coming in, as he's now faced 2 shots. The one that ended up bouncing through him somehow, and then that one. Putnam tried to push the puck forward off of the draw, didn't quite work, as the Mustangs did get possession, but now the Weeks forced the turnover. Contuck throws it towards the front. That's broken up by Lane and played out to center. Hunter will give to McGilvery. McGilvery ahead for McKinnon. Here comes McKinnon coming in. Tried to get it across to Contuck, but the pass was a little bit too deep. Under 4 minutes to go, first period. Lane and Contuck in a race for the puck. Contuck gets there first, sends it down low. Hopkins can't keep it away from Putnam. Putnam throws it in front, but the pass a little bit too far back for anybody to pick up, and Schmidt has to chase it all the way down back in his own zone. Now ahead for Contuck. Contuck tried to get it into the zone, but he could not. And now here's Lawson Cook. He'll play it down into the corner for Woodworth. Woodworth down for Cook. Cook working back up the wall. Tried to get a pass through to Connors, but it went off the skate of Contuck and out to center. Connors has to chase it down, gives to Devine. Back to Connors again. Now ahead, Woodworth deflects the puck in. Here's Beck with a shot. That goes wide, comes all the way around the boards. Picked up by Curry. Bryson Curry gets it into the zone, but not very deep, and it's sent right back down the ice again. Not hard enough for an icing, and Greatorex back to pick up. He'll play it ahead to the line. Connors holds it momentarily. Now Curry comes out. Here comes Bryson Curry. Curry with a shot, save. Rebound was there for McLaughlin, but he couldn't get his stick on it, and the Mustangs quickly up the other way. Beck out in front for Hurlburt. Pettipaw made the save, couldn't find the rebound, but cleared away by McLaughlin. Now Hurlburt throws it towards the front. Nobody in blue there, so Pettipaw will cover up and hang on. 2:32 left to go here in the first period. 4-0 the score in favor of the Weeks Major Midgets. And don't forget, this can be an interactive broadcast. There's the little chat bar off to the side there. By all means, let me know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, if you have a particular favorite player or whatnot. And any and all comments and questions that are hockey related, I'll gladly take. Just please no spam or promotion of music videos or anything along those lines. 2:05 left to go here, first period. 4-0 for the Weeks. Puck comes to the line. Hopkins just able to keep it onside as he gets it to Benjamin. Benjamin now some nice, what a save! Benjamin and Devin Marr comes in and gives Marcus Pettipaw the "we're not worthy" bow. Benjamin, a beautiful pass right onto the stick of Riley Hurlburt. Hurlburt did what he needed to do to try and get it in, but Marcus Pettipaw made his way across the crease and got the glove out to make the save. A great save. Now there's another shot, and Pettipaw again with the save there. 1:39 left to go, first period. Puck played out to center. Devine on it. He'll dump it right back in again. Near side. Schneier gets it past one man. It's to the line, held in by Lane. Now Daniels with the shot. Save made. Schneier clears the rebound to the wall. Lane with the shot, and another save by Pettipaw. And he'll hang on for a face-off. 79 seconds left to go in the first period. 4-0 Crushers. 4-0 Weeks Major Midgets. Right colors, right building, wrong level. Beck, back to Devine. Devine with the shot, that goes wide. Puck comes up the wall to Lane. Goes to play it down low, that's intercepted by Hunter. Hunter brings it out. Woodworth steals it and sends it right back in again. McGilvery back on it. Lawson Cook on his heels. McGilvery, his pass misses the target of Archibald. That'll be an icing as we're down to 59.9 or 55.9 seconds left to go here in the first period. It's my second game, so I did the Bombers game this morning, or earlier this afternoon, so I'm still, this is my fourth period of hockey, so I'm still a little confused as to what stage we're at in this game. Don't mind me. 38 seconds left to go in this opening frame. Beck trying to come out of the corner, had the puck roll off his stick. McGilvery gets it to the line, held in, but that'll be a hand pass as Keys batted it forward. And the face-off will come out to center. 28.3 seconds left in the first period. The Mustangs have not played badly. I mean, they started slow. The Weeks certainly dominated those first couple of minutes where they outshot them 5-1 and scored 2 quick goals. But after that, the Mustangs have not, they've outshot the Weeks 14-4 since the 156 mark of this period. Unfortunately for South Shore, the Weeks have scored twice on their 4 shots. We're going to get a hooking penalty now, and it's going to go against Chisholm. So the Weeks will go to the first power play of the game for either side. And provided they don't score in 14.3 seconds, they'll carry basically a minute 46, a minute 45.7, if you want to get real picky, of power play time into period number 2. Pass out in front, intended for Avery, broken up nicely. Puck comes to the line, Canning, but he won't get a shot away. As the horn sounds to end period number 1. 15-9, the shots on goal favoring the Mustangs. But it was all Weeks Major Midgets on the scoreboard. Sam Archibald with 2, Landon Sim and Cale McLaughlin with 1 each, making it 4-0. We'll take a break. We'll come back, get you ready for the second period in a few minutes. You are watching Nova Scotia Major Midget Hockey League action, Weeks and Mustangs, from the Wellness Center here on Pictou Sports through video.ibm.com. Welcome back as we get ready for the second period here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. 4-0 for the Weeks after the opening 20 minutes. You look at the scoreboard and you think it was all Weeks in that first period. Then you look at the shot clock and you think, okay, it was a fairly even period with a slight edge to the Mustangs. And both statements could be considered true, as it was all Weeks scoring-wise, but the Mustangs did control slightly more of the play overall, with the first two goals coming in the first 2 minutes, where the Weeks had a lot of the pressure and were buzzing early, and then the third and fourth goals coming at 8:51 and 14:27 both seem to go a little bit against the run of play at that time, where the Mustangs were controlling the majority of the play, but the Weeks found ways to extend their leads. And now the hosts carry 1 minute and 46 seconds of power play time here into period 2 and have a chance to break things really wide open if they're able. Puck played with a high stick, and so we'll get a very quick stoppage just 12 seconds into the period. And the face-off will be held just outside the Mustang blue line. 1:34 left to go now in the power play. And just that one penalty has been called so far in this game. A very well played game for both teams. There, Canning and Woodworth get into it a little bit there, as Canning was trying to break through, but Woodworth had him tied up. You could argue Canning got his stick up a little high. You could argue that Woodworth was interfering with Canning a little bit, and to be quite honest, both would probably be true. 25 seconds gone in the period, 1:21 left to go in the man advantage. Down in the corner, coming out with the puck though, was Beck, and he'll chase it down all the way deep into the weak zone. The two captains collide behind the net as Greater X was pinned down there by Beck. Now coming out here, Landon Sim to Curry, over to Canning, his shot, and Robar got a piece of that. Now Canning gets it back again, tried to do a toe drag, but the puck rolled away from him. Now he gets it back. We're going to get a stoppage as the referee notices that Robar's net was slightly askew. There's your $5 word for the day. Puck goes up high into the air and ends up hitting the netting, so we'll have another stoppage in play. 32 seconds left to go in the penalty. Mustangs trying to argue that it was last touched by a Weeks player, but not the case according to the officials, so the face-off does stay inside the zone. Putnam behind the net, plays it over to Archibald. Archibald with 2 goals already this afternoon to Putnam, back down to Archibald in the corner now. To the line for Schmidt. Schmidt comes near side, Contuck. Contuck across Archibald, his shot misses, but the puck comes back to Contuck. We're about to go back to 5-5. We are, or 5-on-5, excuse me. And it is now 5-on-5. Archibald has the puck behind the net, avoids a hit from Hopkins out in front. There's Contact. Contact throws it back in front. And the puck comes to the line. Schmidt will hold it in. Takes a bounce off a stench and rolls right to Hopkins. Hopkins plays it off the wall. And the Mustangs will get out. Here's Daniels with a shot, and Pictou makes the save. Puck goes down into the corner near side. Hunter plays it over to Schmidt. Schmidt takes it behind the net, then gives to Hunter. Hunter gives back to Schmidt as Hurlburt is there forechecking. Hurlburt creates the turnover, but not able to get his stick on it and do much with it. It was Benjamin. Now Contact works the puck to Schmidt. He gets it back to Contact, and they'll be able to play it out to center. Lane, though, gives to Keys right away as the Mustangs get possession and send it back. Tried to send it back into the weak zone, but it goes off of a body, and that slows it down enough that it becomes an offside against the South Shore Mustangs with 2:54 gone here in the second period. 4-0 the scoreline in favor of the week's major midgets. Daniels dumps the puck in right off of the draw. Played right back out again. Lane not able to get a stick on it. Icing waved off as Lane goes back and gets it. Lane getting away, trying to get away from the forecheck of both Sim and Green. Now Lane plays the puck to the far side. That pass nearly intercepted. It was deflected, and now Daniels sends the puck down the ice. Martin ties up his man and then gets the puck, plays it ahead for Canning. Lucas Canning drops to Sim. Sim with a shot. That goes off a leg. Harrison following up. Plays it down to the corner for Sim. Sim had it knocked away from him. Now it comes to the line, hops over the stick of Harrison, and Martin will pick up just outside his own blue line. That pass off target, and that will be an icing against the Weeks. With 3:48 gone here in period number 2. 4-0 the scoreline in favor of the host Weeks Major Midgets. Thanks again to everybody tuning in here on Pictou Sports. Joining us live wherever you're joining us from, including Wild Willie, who I know is watching probably from Moncton as usual, I would assume. There's a shot that gets kicked aside by Pictou. Canning plays it off the boards and down the ice. Hustling to get back on it is Devine. Devine now works his way back ahead. Gains the red line, dumps the puck in. All the way around to the far side. Back to the point. There's a shot that gets blocked, but picking up was Woodworth. Woodworth throws it towards the front. Now it comes to Devine. Devine to Woodworth. His pass broken up by Marr as Pictou had lost his stick for a moment, able to get it back. Mustangs getting some good pressure here. Woodworth now plays it across. There's a shot from Connors, and Pictou steers that one away. Connors gets it again. That shot gets blocked. Marr to Green. Green not able to clear the zone as Lawson Cook has it now. Cook back down deep, trying to get it to Beck. Beck gets there just ahead of Hunter, or Schneier rather. Schneier plays it back to the far side wall. In there is Chisholm. He takes a couple of bumps. Puck comes back to Connors, and he'll take a shot. And making the save, hanging on, is Marcus Pictou. 5:12 gone here in period number 2. Mustangs continue to trail 4-0. All of the scoring coming back in the first period. Puck ends up on the stick of Contact after the draw. He'll dump it down into the South Shore zone. Lane behind his own net. Can't get it away from Putnam. Putnam now turns to fire. Lane blocks that one. Puck goes down into the corner. Contact sends it around to the near side. Hopkins plays it back. Lane up the wall for Hurlburt. He'll get it out to center. Hunter the first one on it there as Benjamin was tangled up. Now Putnam for Contuck. Contuck will just dump it in. It goes around the boards to the far side. Archibald takes a bump, but gets on the puck. Hopkins pins him to the boards. Archibald able to work his way free, but Chisholm comes in there to help out. He gets the puck to the line. McGilvery sends it back around the boards. Contuck returns it to the other side where Archibald's there to pick up. Archibald turns, cuts to the middle. Backhand shot goes wide, comes off the end boards. Hunter down low, played out in front, but cleared away by Chisholm. Chisholm works it up the boards. Putnam there to help force it back the other way. And now all the way around to Hurlburt. He'll get it to the line, not out. Held in. Good effort there by Putnam, or by Curry rather, to keep it in. Curry went to play it down low. That didn't get all the way low, and now it's finally played out. And Curry with a nice move to bring it back in again, gets the shot away. That's steered aside by Robar. Now Greatorex with a shot. That goes wide and comes all the way around the boards and down the ice. Back to get it is Schmidt. Schmidt picks up as we pass 7 minutes gone here in the second period. All the way down the ice. Keys now wraps it around. Daniels gets it out to center. Avery to chase it down at his own blue line. Across to the far side. Curry finds McLaughlin. McLaughlin with the shot. And he follows it all the way in and over Robar. And that draws the ire of one of the South Shore players who delivers several whacks at McLaughlin. And both players will get penalties. It's Keys and McLaughlin. The indication is it will remain 5-on-5. I'm going to presume, until we get the official word, I would presume McLaughlin will get goaltender interference and Keys will get roughing after the whistle. That would be my guess here at 7:24 of the second period. Meanwhile, Lane takes the puck back behind his own net, plays it around, intended for Mayo, but it gets beyond him, and now sent back around to the near side. Martin knocks that one down, takes the shot, Robar with the save. So both players, Keys and McLaughlin, get head contact double minors. So coincidental penalties for 4 minutes to Keys and McLaughlin. Meanwhile, Devine has the puck. He plays it to the near side, intended for Daniels, but he couldn't take the pass cleanly. Now Hunter sends it down for Sim. There's a shot, and that's steered aside by Robar. Daniels playing the puck up the wall, but Green knocks it down. Now it gets through to Cook, Lawson Cook that is. He can't get around Hunter, and it's turned back up the other way. Here's Lucas Canning with a shot, and he scores! What a shot by Lucas Canning. A great pass up the ice from Schmidt, I believe it was. Or no, it wasn't Schmidt, he wasn't on the ice. It was McGilvery who made the great pass up the ice to find Canning at 8:46 of the second period. And for Lucas Canning, that will be goal number 12 and point number 17, his second point of the game. They also give Hunter an assist on that for playing the puck over to McGilvery, who made the lead pass. And it's now 5-0, nearing the midway point of this hockey game. Mustangs still out shooting the Weeks, 18-14 now, but the Weeks with 5 goals on their 14 shots so far this afternoon, taking advantage of the opportunities that they're getting. Schnarr works the puck up for McKinnon. He couldn't get it out. Chisholm there to hold the line. Plays it down. Now an attempt at a centering pass, broken up nicely by Schmidt. He'll play it around to Kontuk. Kontuk kicks it back to Schmidt. Schmidt tries to work it down low, but Beck there to intercept. Now the Weeks playing a little bit of you take it, I got it in front of the net there. Schmidt finally picks up and he'll get it out to Kontuk. Kontuk pass a little bit too far for McKinnon, and Robar plays the puck towards the wall. Putnam was there though. Putnam now sends it towards the net, and Robar covers up and hangs on. 9:51 left to go here in the second period. 5-0 now. The scoreline for the Weeks Major Midgets over the South Shore Mustangs. And I'll admit, if you had told me that this game would be 5-0 at the midway point, I would have thought you were crazy for either team. I thought these two teams were far too evenly matched to see one of them go up by 5 on the other at any point, but that is what we've had today. And again, the 5-0 scoreline really not indicative of the play, as it has been a lot more even than a 5-0 score would indicate. Battle in the corner. Avery comes out with it. Circles it back down, tried to get it to Marr, but that was broken up by Hopkins. Now Avery again getting tied up by Devine. Battling in the corner. Puck comes out with Curry. Curry throws it towards the front of the net. Nobody was there. It goes across to the far side. Hurlburt, he'll bring it out. Plays it ahead, intended for Benjamin, but that's broken up. And now it's sent back up the other way. Hopkins takes it behind the net, takes a bump from Marr. Marr creates a turnover. Marr loses it back to Hurlburt, but Hurlburt then loses it back. Now Marr trying to get a shot through, he can't. Sim picks up the puck. Sim comes back door to Green, and what a save by Robar! Oh my goodness, that was a beauty save by Jeremy Robar. Stealing that one from Ryan Green. And maybe that will provide the little bit of extra spark to try and get the offense going for the Mustangs. What a save, Jeremy Robar. Here come the Mustangs. Purdy trying to split the D, can't find any room, but following up, William Cook with a shot. There's the save. Pettipaw able to cover up, and he'll hang on for a face-off. 7:58 left to go here in the second period. We talked about how that save by Robar might generate some momentum for the Mustangs. Well, sure enough, just seconds later, they're crashing the net on Marcus Pettipaw and getting a pretty good scoring opportunity out of it. Try to work a cycle, but that's intercepted by Putnam. He gets it out to center. Putnam still on the puck. Feeds it over to Archibald. Archibald in front for Hunter. And Robar makes the save. Puck played out to center. McGilvery. Now Marr with it. Marr having trouble finding it in his feet. Plays it back. Now across Hunter. His pass ahead. Archibald can't hold on. Archibald able to make a nice little move now. Takes a shot. Blocker save. Marr goes into the boards as Lane takes him there. William Cook trying to play it ahead. Gets to Beck. He avoids a hit from Archibald. Now Putnam gives to Marr. We'll have a penalty as Beck and Archibald, away from the play, got a little tangled up. And so we'll see another set of coincidental penalties. These coming at 12, actually there's going to be an extra penalty to the Mustangs out of this. Or is there? There is a 2-minute penalty up on the board on the side of the South Shore Mustangs. So it looks like Beck got 4 minutes, Archibald got 2, so Chisholm's going to go over and serve the extra 2. And now we've got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So now it's going to be a 5-on-3. We still need somebody to serve the other penalty. Now they're going to go. So the 5-on-3 has started. I think there's still one player missing from the penalty box, and that was what Bill was trying to say as he was standing at the door there trying to get the referee's attention. We'll have to, once all the penalties get announced, we'll break it all down. Yeah, and that's what they're talking about right now. There's a shot block. Puck comes back to Hunter. Schmidt went to take a shot, but the puck wasn't actually on his stick. It was behind it. Now Schmidt gets it back, plays it over. There's a shot, and as that one goes top shelf, knocks the water bottle right off. It's now 6-0 Weeks. And now Bill is going to try and say that, well, I can't let anybody out of the box because there weren't enough guys in here. We'll take one penalty off of the board. And we still haven't gotten the announcement. Yeah, so while they sort all this out, it's a power play goal for the Weeks at 13:44. And it is now 6-0. Now we're going to get a conversation over at the South Shore bench. So yeah, one of the penalties has come off. And now it is how it should be. There was an error before. When it became 5-on-3, a third person should have gone into the box for the Mustangs. When no third player went into the box, when that goal was scored, it was his penalty that expired anyway. So it all sort of comes out in the wash. We still haven't gotten the announcement of those penalties, but it'll all make sense here in a moment. Meanwhile, there's a shot, save made, Sim gets the puck. Still don't know the scoring summary of that 6th goal either. 40 seconds still left in the power play. There's Sim with a one-timer. Chance, rebound, scored! And it's now 7-0. This goal coming at 14:24. Another power play goal. The Weeks are now 2 for 3 on the power play. And the 7-0 scoreline for the Weeks with 5:36 left to go in this period. Here's Cook now coming the other way as we're back to 5-on-5 after the 2 power play goals. Down below the goal line, Putnam rather steals the puck. So Putnam's goal, scored unassisted. That was the goal that made it 6-0. And then it was Curry from Avery and Sim on the power play. And now the Weeks will get another power play as the Mustangs' David Purdy has gone to the box at 14:45. We still didn't get the announcement of all the penalties from 12:59. So I can't break those all down for you. But I can tell you that the Weeks are back on the power play again with a 7-goal lead and 2 for 3 on the man advantage this afternoon. Now they're going to get another 5-on-3 as Canning got clipped with a high stick. There's a shot, saved, rebound. Weeks can't get the second shot away. Now Avery gives to Putnam. It's 6-on-4 while the extra attacker is out awaiting the delayed penalty. There's a blocker save. Puck comes to Canning. And he finally give it to the Mustangs. And the indication is that it's going to be Connors who goes for head contact. No, it's not Connors. It's Woodworth who's going to go for the head contact. This at 15:27. And so the Weeks will now have 1:18 of 5-on-3 as things fall apart for the Mustangs. Here's Hunter with the puck. He gets rubbed off the puck by Keys, but gets it back again. 1:05 left in the 5-on-3. Contuck. Back to Hunter. Schmidt, excuse me. Down to Putnam. Putnam to Archibald. Back to Putnam again. Putnam comes across to Contuck. He takes a shot, save made by Robar, and he'll hang on. 41 seconds left in the 5-on-3. 1:23 left in the second penalty, and 3:56 left to go here in the second period with the score 7-0. Sim in to take the draw. He wins that face-off against Lawson Cook. Canning, now to Greatorex. Down to Curry. Sim near side. Sim to Canning. Greatorex. Curry. Curry trying to go cross crease with it. "22 seconds left to go in the 5-on-3. .104 left in the second penalty. Face-off will come outside as there was a scrum and all 5 Weeks players were down low, and we're going to get a misconduct against I'm not sure who the misconduct was called on the goalie. Okay, so one of the players from the ice So someone from the ice is going to have to go serve a 10-minute misconduct for the goalie. So it looks like Lawson Cook is going to go serve the 10-minute misconduct. No, Beck is going to go serve the 10-minute misconduct. No, Beck can't serve it because he wasn't on the ice at the time, or so I thought. Now, yes, Beck is being told he can't, so it has to be one of the guys who was on the ice. Either Cook, Keats, or Lane, or Keys or Lane. And now there's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty to go up. And that penalty can't even start for another 22 seconds, as this is becoming absurd. As the officials have lost control here. So it looks like there was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the misconduct, and so the face-off will move back inside. Now the Weeks will be on a 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 4 seconds as the puck is dumped down the ice. Pettipaw settles it down there for Canning. So nobody will be allowed to come out when the first penalty ends here in 9 seconds. It'll stay 5-on-3 for another 42 seconds now. And the unsportsmanlike conduct 2-minute minor has just started. Here's Sim. Back to Canning. Canning's shot comes off the inboards, and the Mustangs able to clear it. So Beck gets the unsportsmanlike conduct, and the Weeks now score another power play goal to make it 8-0. So that means 2 players can come out of the box, and it'll go to a 5-on-4 for another minute 26, as there was 8 seconds left in the 5-on-3. I got to admit, this one is reaching into the realm of the absurd, as the Weeks score another power play goal at 17:19 of the second period to make it 8-0. And it's it is understandable how the Mustangs can be as frustrated as they are at this point. Archibald plays it back to Schmidt. The Weeks still on the power play here. Archibald, Contuck with the shot, save made. Rebound cleared right back to Contuck. Now Schmidt, Archibald, Schmidt, Archibald. That pass a little too far for him, but Putnam able to pick up. 40 seconds left in the power play. Down to Archibald, back to Putnam again. Now Schmidt, Contuck with the shot. Robar makes the save and hangs on. 28 seconds left in the penalty. 1:43 left to go in this second period. The Weeks power play now 3 for 5, I think, and this is the 6th power play that still has 28 seconds left in it. Although, to be honest, I've lost count, as it's been a parade to the penalty box for the boys in blue. That pass back for Harrison, just slightly off target. That'll pretty much do it for this one. I believe that does put the Weeks at 3 for 6. Well, 8 seconds still left in the power play. Perhaps time to get a rush and get a shot away. Martin dumps the puck in. Back to get it there is Connors. We are back to 5-on-5, and here's Beck with the puck. Beck has a man with him. Beck elects to shoot, puts it off the outside of the post. Keys wraps it back around the other way. Harrison to the line, not out. We're into the final minute of this second period. Puck played down low. Martin will get to it. He'll wrap it up the wall for Curry. Curry trying to work the puck out of the zone. He can't. Now it comes out right onto the stick of Keys. He plays it over to Connors. Ahead and back into the weak zone. Back to get it is Martin. For Harrison. Harrison ahead for Marr. Devin Marr coming in. Marr throws it towards the net. It goes off the skate of Lane and coming back up the other way. Here's Cook. Cook can't get a shot away as the puck was knocked off his stick. Now Daniels with a shot. Blocker save made by Pettipaw. Schnare and Cook battle. Chisholm coming in to help out as well. As that will do it for the second period. Another period that is all Weeks major midgets. Shots on goal in that period 13-5 for the Weeks. Two-period total now favors the Weeks 22-20. But 4 goals in the first, 4 more in the second, including 3 of them on the power play. And we've got ourselves a rather surprising scoreline here, 8-0 going into the third period. We'll take a break, come back, get you ready for the third in just a few moments. little bit, which is surprising considering, although the Mustangs are missing 3 guys out of their lineup, and that definitely is hurting them. But I would never have predicted this, for sure.
The game was 3-1 yesterday?
Yeah, 2-1 with an empty netter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, 3-1.
So some of the guys got hurt yesterday?
Well, at least one of them has been out for quite a while. One of them, I believe, got hurt yesterday, and the third one, I'm not sure if it's been longer term or not.
Oh, yeah.
But yep. Welcome back, folks, as we get ready for the start of the third period here. 8-0 the score line in favor of the week's major midgets over the South Shore Mustangs. And the 8th goal for the week's. That power play marker scored by Lucas Canning, so Canning gets his 2nd of the game. Canning with 2, Archibald with 2, Sim, Putnam, Curry, and McLaughlin with singles for the weeks. And as mentioned, they lead the shots on goal now 22-20. And this one of 3 games, I believe it is, on the schedule. Just give me a second here to see if I can pull this back up. I believe it's 3 games on the schedule today. As we look, Cape Breton West Islanders at Cole Harbour. That game started back at 11 o'clock, so that one should be a final by now. No word as of yet as to oh no, we do have a score on that one. Cole Harbour all over Cape Breton West, 13-3 in that one. A game that should be wrapping up in moments. Steel Subaru hosting Sydney Mitsubishi Rush, and this game here. So yeah, 3 games on the schedule today. Cole Harbour defeating Cape Breton West. Sydney and Steel Subaru, and just awaiting word on that one. And then this one here. And with Cole Harbour getting that victory, they move to within 1 point of first place, Halifax McDonald's, in the standings. Assuming the weeks hold on here, they will pull to within 3 points of South Shore, who now sit alone in 3rd. But again, the weeks will still have 2 games in hand on South Shore, 4 games in hand on Cole Harbour. As the third period gets underway, we are at 5-on-5. Hopkins has the puck, gets it up to Cook Beck rather, as serving the misconduct penalty is Lawson Cook. So he's still in the box, and that's the misconduct that was taken by Jeremy Robar. So Lawson in the box for that. 25 seconds gone here in the third period. Real quickly, taking a look at the upcoming schedule. Our next broadcast of Major Midget Hockey here on Pictou Sports will be on the 21st of December, when the Weeks host the Valley Wildcats. And then we'll also have a couple of games over the Christmas break as the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush come to town on the 28th of December, and then the 29th it'll be Steel Subaru here in town. All 3 of those games will be available right here on video.ibm.com. Pictou Sports. There's a shot from Green, save, rebound, scores. And for Lucas Canning, that'll be his hat-trick goal, and that makes it 9-0 with 1 minute gone here in the third period. Green with the initial shot, so he'll get an assist. Canning gets the goal and gets the hat trick And I believe that's his first major midget hat trick. Of course, Lucas Canning last year in the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League was one of the league's leading scorers there. This year, not putting up quite the same numbers, but it is early adjustment as we get the announcement of Canning's goal. Green with the assist. Landon Sim also getting an assist on that one. Puck comes to Contuck. Now William Cook will pick up at center ice. He'll dump it down into the week's end. Hunter plays it back around to the far side for McGilvery. McGilvery's lead pass ends up hitting the back of McKinnon. And now Archibald into the zone. He has 2 goals so far on the game. Mustangs coming back out the other way. Hurlburt has it knocked off his stick by Schmidt rather, excuse me. Schmidt then goes to play it ahead. It goes off a stanchion, but the Weeks get the bounces as they have all game. Avery, but then Avery blows a tire trying to come into the Mustang zone, and South Shore cannot take advantage as they fumble the puck there. Now here's Avery. His pass gets to Schmidt. Schmidt with a shot that gets blocked. And out come the Mustangs. Nearly, or just over 2.5 minutes gone here in the third period. Schmidt gains the red line, dumps the puck in, goes off a body and comes right back out. And now here is Beck. His pass intended for Woodworth, but broken up with a very nice play there by Harrison. That's one thing about this week's team. They lead 9-0 right now, but Harrison's still laying out the body to make a play on a defensive 2-on-1. And laying himself out to make sure that he could get his stick on that pass. A big defensive play in a 9-0 game. There's a shot that ends up hitting Hopkins and going wide. Now Curry plays it up the boards. Lane holds it in. Back down around to the far side. Woodworth will get to it. Woodworth plays it back to the line. Devine goes to send it down low. Putnam there to intercept that. Held in at the line though by Woodworth. Now Devine comes near side for Lane. Lane with the shot through the traffic. And the puck cleared away, and Curry will get it out. He gives to Putnam. 4 minutes gone here, or just about 4 minutes gone here in the third period. Lane picks up in front of his own net. Has his pocket picked by Marr. Marr loses it back to Woodworth, and now out comes William Cook. He loses it right in front of his own bench. Contuck plays it back into the Mustang zone. Daniels now chasing after the puck. Greater X can't find it as it was hopping around just behind him. Now played around to the far side. Picked up by Putnam. Out to Contuck. Contuck couldn't get the pass through as a nice defensive play there by Chisholm. William Chisholm doing some great work. And it's games like this when you can tell the real character of players, like Chisholm, who are willing to lay themselves out to make a play even when it is a 9-0 scoreline as it currently stands. You're trailing by 9-0 and you're laying out the body to block a pass. That shows true character. You lead 9-0 and you still lay out the body to block a pass like Harrison. That shows true character. Both of those guys deserve big kudos for those kinds of plays. 5 minutes gone here, third period, 9-0 the scoreline for the Weeks. Puck played ahead and down the length of the ice. That'll be an icing call against the home team. Again, our next broadcast of Weeks hockey will not be until the 21st when they host the Wildcats. Our next broadcast overall Thursday night, we'll be on Hockey TV to bring you Crushers hockey as they host the Summerside Western Capitals. Friday night, we'll be on MixLR as we head down to Cole Harbour to bring you Nova Scotia Junior Hockey League action between the Cumberland County Blues and the Cole Harbour Colts. Also next weekend, Saturday, we'll have a doubleheader. Major Midget Bombers on video.ibm.com. This link right here. And then Crushers hockey right after that as they host the Valley Wildcats. That'll be over on Hockey TV. And also, that's it for the broadcast schedule for next weekend. And then we're into the final weekend before Christmas, where we'll have just the 2 games on the Saturday the 21st, and that'll be it as we start to wind things down prior to the Christmas break. There's a shot, save made. Picking up the puck there now is, that was Daniels. Daniels gets it back again. His shot can't get through all the traffic. And there's another thing. Guys getting out and blocking shots, even in a 9-0 game. 13:36 left to go here in the third period. And the penalty boxes are now finally empty as Lawson Cook has finished serving the misconduct taken by Jeremy Robar. And Lawson Cook has to come in and take the draw right away after having sat all that time. Now William Cook will get the puck. He'll play it up the wall and out to center. Lawson Cook picks up there. Shot blocked by McGilvery. The puck ends up taking a weird bounce and ends up underneath Pettipaw. And Pettipaw having to do a bit of a whirling dervish kind of dance and ends up on top of the puck and freezing it for a face-off. 6:43 gone here in the third period. Not much drama left in this one. The only 2 questions: will the Weeks hit double digits? And will the Mustangs break the goose egg? There's McGilvery with a shot. Robar makes the save. And I'm not one of those guys who believes in the broadcaster curse. Just because I mentioned it with 13 minutes left does not have any actual bearing on whether a goal will happen in favor of South Shore or not. The reason it gets noticed, as there's a chance for the Weeks, the reason it gets noticed is because it does happen occasionally where a broadcaster will mention something and then it will happen, like a no-hitter in baseball, or then it won't happen, like a no-hitter in baseball. It'll get broken up if you mention it. But just as often, if not more so, the broadcaster will mention the no-hitter and it will finish a no-hitter. Or they'll mention the shutout and it will finish a shutout. Or they'll mention, as we're going to get the first Mustang power play of the afternoon, as McLaughlin is going to take a hooking penalty. And so with 12:41 left to go here in the third period, for the first time this afternoon, the Weeks will be shorthanded. McLaughlin going off for the hook. And the Mustang power play gets to go to work finally for the first time. Lane with the puck. He'll play it over. Pass across for Woodworth. Woodworth back to Lane. To Woodworth again. Woodworth tries to go across. That was deflected. Puck still gets partially through, but then the Weeks get possession and Curry sends it down the ice. Weeks get fresh legs out there as the penalty kill continues. Hurlburt brings it in across the line, drops to Woodworth, who then gives to Lane. Back to Woodworth. Back to Lane again. One-timer gets through, it goes just wide. Woodworth gets it back. This time goes cross, trying to go back door to Beck, but the pass just slightly off target. Now Beck plays it down to Hurlburt. Hurlburt in front for Beck. Pettipaw the save. And that one, the rebound cleared away and down the ice. 1:03 left to go in the man advantage. Marcus Pettipaw with a big save there. Woodworth for Hurlburt. Hurlburt with the shot that gets blocked, goes into the far corner. Lawson Cook there. Cook spins, gives the puck. Now it's back to the line. Lane. Tic-tac-toe passing. Woodworth can't get the pass to connect. Lane having trouble finding it. He does. Now gives to Woodworth. Woodworth with the shot. Pettipaw the save. Puck goes into the far corner. Chisholm is there. 50 seconds left in the power play. Chisholm plays it down low. Now an attempt at a wraparound. Pettipaw was way away from that post, but helping to block the door was Schmidt. 37 seconds left in the man advantage for the Mustangs. Devine gives the puck over, and leading the rush up there, that is Lane. Puck wrapped around the boards and back down the length of the ice. Or that was Keys, rather, who was leading the rush up. Now Devine gets it back again. 13 seconds left in the power play. McKinnon will send it back in deep. Robar leaves it there for Keys to pick up. We're back to 5-on-5. Keys carries the puck ahead. 10:38 left to go in regulation. Puck flipped into the weak zone, not very deep. McKinnon picks it up. He gives to Schnarr. Schnarr for McKinnon. He'll deflect it down the ice. Back to get it is Devine. There just ahead of Kiefer Avery. That puck sent down the length of the ice. That'll be an icing call against the Mustangs. 10:20 left to go here in the third period. Nothing the scoreline in favor of the Weeks Major Midgets. Shot from the point, that gets blocked, doesn't get all the way through. Greatorex has it hop over his stick. Now here comes William Cook. Cook cutting in. Cook! And Pettipaw with a couple of saves there. The puck was still loose. William Cook with a couple of chances, but Pettipaw able to keep his foot at the post. The puck was still loose when the whistle blew, and that's just the kind of day that it's been for the South Shore the South Shore Mustangs, excuse me. South Shore Lumberjacks, of course, the name of the Bantam, Major Bantam team, and the name of the Junior A franchise who play down along the South Shore. 1 second away from the exact midway point of this third period. William Cook with the puck. Shot taken there by Purdy, and it's steered aside again by Pettipaw, his 28th save of the afternoon. Greatorex in the corner, takes it behind the net. Tanner Greatorex working his way ahead, has the puck knocked off his stick. Now Daniels with a shot, that's blocked by Schmidt, and Schmidt will work his way ahead. Gets the puck out to Archibald. Archibald across for Marr. Marr sends it off the end boards in the South Shore end. Now into the near corner. Flipped ahead for Hurlburt. Too far for him. Martin gets it, dumps it right back in again. Down to 9:13 left to go. Puck picked up by Hurlburt. He went to dump it in, it went off of Martin. Now we're going to have a penalty for roughing against Martin. So the Mustangs will get their second power play of this period. This coming at 10:53. They had some good chances on that first power play opportunity. Marcus Pictou coming up with some big saves. Shots on goal in this period so far, 8-4 for the Mustangs. 28-26 overall for the team from the South Shore. Centering pass broken up. Puck comes back to Woodworth. He plays it back to the line. Lane, his shot ends up hitting his own player and then going up high in the air, but stays in play. Now Lane gets the puck back again. Plays it across to the far side. Beck trying to make a pass. Now he gets it down to Hurlburt. Hurlburt pinned to the boards by McGilvery. Coming in to help out though is Benjamin. He gives to Woodworth. Woodworth goes to Beck. Beck with the shot, blocked by Harrison, and Sim will get it out. Landon Sim just softly plays the puck the rest of the way in. He'll peel off to change now. 1:10 left to go in the power play for South Shore. Lane dumps the puck in, wraps around the boards before it gets to Beck. Schneier knocks it down. Beck able to steal it from him over to Woodworth, and Pictou with another nice save. He's had a couple of really nice saves here this afternoon so far. Woodworth, another shot, another save, and they score. He made a couple more saves there, but the rebound ends up going to Beck, and Beck will score the power play goal to make it 9-1. And for Beck, let's see if we can pull it up here. For Beck, that is his 10th goal and team leading 45th point of the season. Green sends the puck down the ice and gets it back, and they score. Robar had come out of the net to play it. He ended up putting it right onto the stick of Ryan Green. Green threw it at the net. It bounced off of the Mustang defenseman, bounced around a couple of times, and ended up in the net. And so in the matter of seconds, we get both questions answered, that yes, the Mustangs will score, and yes, the Weeks will hit double digits. Lawson Cook getting an assist there on the goal. Ryan Green. Green's goal is unassisted. And for Green, that gives him 5 on the season. His 3rd point of the game, or 2nd point of the game, excuse me. 7:07 left to go here, 3rd period. Now there's still one question left. Will anybody hit the scoreboard? There you go. The answer is yes. No. There is still one question left. Sam Archibald does have 2 goals on the night. Lucas Canning came into the 3rd period with 2. He got his 3rd. Will Archibald finish off a hat trick? 7 minutes between now and determining the answer to that question. I think it is safe to say that the Weeks will get these 2 points. Hurlburt with the puck, plays it out. Mayo can't take the pass cleanly, and Canning will come out. Lucas Canning with 3 on the game already. Takes the shot, that goes over the crossbar, comes all the way around. Harrison had to go out to center with it. Picking up there is Benjamin. He'll dump it down into the weak zone. Hurlburt, first one on it, takes a bump from McGilvery as he plays it to the far side. Sim. Landon Sim working his way ahead. Circles back as Mayo had his lane blocked. Now Sim plays it to McGilvery. Intended for Canning. Cook got a piece of that puck, so it's not an icing. Now Canning has it. Plays it around to the near side. Chisholm behind the net, picks up, off the glass, out to center. Knocked down by McGilvery. He'll go back and pick up after he had knocked it down with his stick there. Now Archibald gets it. Plays it up and out to center. Picking up is Putnam. Merle Putnam makes a little move there. Putnam has the puck just rolled off of his stick as he was trying to tuck it past Robar there. Now Beck, he's got one goal. Gives to Woodworth. Woodworth pulls the trigger. Pettipaw the save, and he'll hang on. 5:23 left in the third period. 10-1 the score in favor of the Weeks Major Midgets. They'll pull to within 3 points of the Mustangs, still with 2 games in hand. They'll pull to within 5 points of Cole Harbour with 4 games in hand on them. And they'll be within 5 points of Halifax with just 2 games in hand on them. Battle in the near side corner as we pass 5 minutes left to go here in the third period. Referee yelling at them to move the puck, move the puck. 4 players in there in the scrum. Finally it does come out, and it's Woodworth who comes out, and he feeds it to Beck. Beck coming through center. Sends the puck down into the corner. Schneier able to win that battle for it, but loses it. Now it's back onto the stick of a Weeks player, and it's Merle Putnam who will take it down the ice. Behind the net, Hopkins. Putnam takes it from him, goes to play it towards the front, but it goes to Cook instead. And now here's Sam Archibald. Archibald takes the shot. Robar got a piece of that one to help send it wide. 4:14 to go here in the third period. Harrison couldn't get control of the puck. Martin gets it out to center. Hopkins back to pick up. Plays it ahead. And here's Daniels. Daniels has it knocked off his stick by Martin. Contuck will get it. Plays it out to center for McKinnon. Riley McKinnon gets bumped off the puck. Following up is Avery. Avery circles. Plays it to the near side. Contuck there to pick up. Centering pass goes off the skate of McKinnon, and the Mustangs get possession, but they lose it as Avery gets the puck. 3.5 to go here, third period. Schneier now pinching in from the point, throws it at the net, steered away by Robar. Avery sends it down low, gets knocked back to Avery by Devine. Now Contuck with it. Contuck throws it in front. Intercepted, and Hopkins will feed it to Daniels. Here comes Daniels, 3:10 to go, third period. Puck dumped into the weak zone, Schneier back to pick up. Plays it ahead. McKinnon gets tangled up with his man, puck squirts loose, out to center. Chisholm there to get it. He'll dump it in. And we're gonna have a penalty. Holding the stick has been indicated, and it looks like it's going to be Riley McKinnon. So the Mustangs, who are 1 for 2 with the power play, get their third power play advantage of this third period. And a chance to make it look a little more respectable, although, again, they really did not get as outplayed as the scoreline would indicate. It was just a rough game. There's a... Is that a save by Pettipaw? It was. Oh my goodness, that was a nice save. I thought that was a surefire goal, but Marcus Pettipaw able to make another beautiful save there. 1:46 left in the power play, 2:36 left to go in the third period. 50 seconds the differential between the two clocks. Woodworth back to Lane, down to Beck. Beck with the shot. Pictou, yet another save. His 33rd on 34 shots this afternoon. Hurlburt to Beck. Back to Lane. Near side Woodworth. For Benjamin, he couldn't find it. When he did, he played it back to Lane. Now to Woodworth again. Back to Lane. Blocker saved by Pictou. Beck at the wall. For Benjamin. Benjamin's shot blocked. Back to Lane again. 1:09 left in the power play. Woodworth tried to get it to Benjamin. That's broken up by Green and sent down the length of the ice. Robar sets it up for Lane. Weeks get a whole brand new penalty kill unit out there. Passed ahead. Here comes Lawson Cook. Cook trying to cut through. Has the puck knocked off his stick by Martin. Cook gets it back again. Gave to Keys. Now it's in the feet of Kontuk. And Kontuk finds it just in time to get it out to center. Devine sets it up for Keys. Keys back in across the blue line, but it's turned over to Kontuk. And Martin fires it down the ice. Robar stops it there. 24 seconds left in the penalty. 1:10 now left to go in regulation. Keys across the blue line. Keys to Chisholm. Chisholm shot blocked by Kontuk. And again, players blocking shots in a 9-goal game. You gotta love that kind of dedication. We're back to 5-on-5. We're into the final 42 seconds of the third period. Back to get it is Martin. Martin working his way ahead. Pass for Kontuk. Kontuk gets a piece of the puck, enough to negate an icing as it's played down. 25 seconds left to go. Out at center ice, Schmidt gives to Kontuk. Kontuk plays it down to McKinnon. McKinnon throws it towards the net. It comes to Harrison. Harrison can't get a shot away. And now Purdy picks up. Purdy gives it to Daniels. And Daniels will just tie it along the boards. And that will do it. 10-1, the final score in favor of the week's major Midgets over the South Shore Mustangs. That'll do it for today. Our next broadcast again will be over on Hockey TV on Thursday night when the week's Crushers host the Summerside Western Capitals. Until then, this is Michael Petter saying may your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll be